Hello?
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 Hey, it's Mike. Can you hear me?
Hey, Mike, I can barely hear you, but yeah, I hear you.
Is this any better?
A little bit, yeah.
I don't have a clock, so I'm not sure what time it is. I hope I haven't called too late. I just got a calling card from the commissary. I was able to order because William Cullum was kind enough to send me some funds. And calling cards here are $20 a piece, and it's at 25 cents a minute. I got 2 of the calling cards and 2 little things of coffee, and that was basically all it provided for me.
Wow. Yeah, no, Will is a very generous guy, man. He's a real strong Christian. We are very grateful for him. No, praise God. How are you doing, man? Also, I got a Discovery hard drive from your wife, so it's got a lot of information and electronic files on it regarding your case, and I haven't had a chance to go through it yet.
I just wanted to let you know, this thing that you sent me, this letter, this article about white woman, kidnapping, plot, and all that nonsense, it says that it was written by Ron Maxey, A-X-E-Y. I don't know if he's with USA Today or if he's with that Commercial Appeal, but the story you got, I look at this header off the website, it come off the Commercial Appeal.
Yep, I remember that. Okay, go ahead. Also, just before we move on, you can call me. It's just I may not, I'll answer if I can, and if I don't answer, you'll understand. But anyway, you were saying about this article that I sent you. The only reason I sent you that is I figured you might have your own side of the story, and I wanted you to see all the garbage they're putting out.
Yeah. What I want to do now that I've got some calling cards, if I can get this guy's phone number, I can call him from this room, and I can give him my information. And because I believe the law requires that they give equal access and time on anything that is disparaging.
Okay, yeah, I don't know how to get his phone number. I'm trying to. Let's see here.
On that article, it looks like it was a web page, and it looks like his name is probably in a different color and underlined, meaning it's probably a hot link. So if you probably click on it, it might be an email and/or contact for him. And it might have his phone number, but I was going to try to get this information to him. Now, I've sent Pat also a letter that I wrote to the judge, the 3-page letter that she gave her attorney that the goofball never gave to the judge, where I acknowledge that she's the wife of an ambassador. She has diplomatic immunity. She was only forced into pleading guilty because under threat, duress, and coercion, where they said, you're going home, or you're not going home, you're going to go to a jail and be locked up, and your animals are going to die if you don't plead guilty. And that's the basis for her pleading guilty. She's not guilty of a dang thing. And this judge was required by the rules of court to basically have her testify to the facts of the matter, saying she was supposed to have her testify that, yes, she in fact did specifically and list the things that she claims she did and give the details. The judge didn't do that.
Right.
That's grounds for. There's a thing called collateral attack, and I don't know what Pat's doing. She's exhausted physically, but she's not talked to any attorneys since I've told her about this, and she's supposed to basically contact them and say, look, I need to petition this judge. She can petition the judge who just sentenced her to set aside the judgment, set aside the sentencing because of a collateral attack where she says, I was forced to do this against my will. It's wrong. The only reason I did it, I was threatened that my animals were going to die. I would go immediately to jail, be locked up and imprisoned, pending a trial, and she wasn't going to do that. She was not going to jeopardize the lives of our animals, which they're like our family. So I understand why she did that. But if not for the threat of being locked up immediately, she would have never done that. And she never told me about it because her lawyer forbid her from telling me about it.
Wow, that's incredible.
I call her, it's a setup. I call her daily from the Tipton County Jail. She never told me about it until months later when she was contacted and told this. It was sometime in June and I don't find out about her being sentenced until after it's done, or about her going and pleading guilty until after it's done.
Yeah, that's terrible, Mike. That's absolutely terrible. You know, I'm looking at the directory that I have for you, and I can't even remember the article that I mailed to you, brother. I just found it and I printed it out, and I'm gonna have to go back. I didn't keep a copy for myself. Do you remember the title of the article so I can re-find it?
Yes, it says Brighton woman gets 5-year sentence for elaborate kidnapping plot against Judge Thomas Sheriff.
Okay. Let me.
It's on the commercialappeal.com website from December 13th.
I'm looking. How do you spell Brighton? B-R-I-G-H-T-E-N?
B as in boy, R-I-G-H-T-O-N.
Oh, T-O-N, okay.
T as in Tom.
Right, Brighton. And a commercial appeal. I'm having a hard...
Like in England, like over in Great Britain, England, there's a Brighton, England.
Here we go. I might have found it.
The photograph shows like a crime scene tape.
Yeah. Okay, I found it. Okay, I didn't print it off. Okay, I got it. What do you... Ron Maxey. Let me click on him. Okay, Ron Maxey. He's a fancy reporter. He's got real professional... He's got a real professional photo, I guess, for this place. Trying to find his...
Who does he work for? Does he work for the USA Today, or does he work for the Commercial Appeal?
I'm fixing to bring up his email address. Hold on just 1 second. Looks like... okay, his email address is maxey@commercialappeal.com.
No, he works for the Commercial Appeal.
I think so, yeah, but yeah, I think so. But his picture has USA Today Network on it, so. But his email address says Commercial Appeal, so I don't know, man.
Okay, here's what happened. He works out of the Commercial Appeal, but he's probably like a staff writer for USA Today. He's probably a contributing writer for USA Today, a staff writer. So he's not actually there. He's probably like an adjunct. He's just...
Yeah. Well, I don't see a phone number for him. All I got's an email, though.
Well, if you can email him, I don't know if you can do this or not, but if you can email him, let him know that I've got a phone I can call and give him an update on what's really going on.
Yeah, you bet. You bet. I can do that.
Otherwise, the only thing I can think of is if you can send him a copy of my letter to Trump, and when Pat gets it, that 3-page letter to the judge.
Yeah, I can do that.
I've gone through this letter that you sent me that this guy wrote, and I wrote my own response to each paragraph. Paragraph by paragraph.
Okay, I'll read that into YouTube if you're going to mail that back to me. That way, you know, there's at least some semblance of fair play here, because I know they put out a lot of garbage. I've seen it happen so many times, and the prisoners never get to put out their side of the story.
Right. Well, there's a guy in the room next to me, and he's basically calling the news reporters, and he's giving them interviews over the phone. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, that's a good thing to do. I mean, that's a good idea. Just call them up and tell them. And they actually published in the paper, I read it today, his side of the story.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, that's. I think that's rare, but I'm glad to hear something like that.
And also, William, he sent me a letter, and he wanted to know the case number and what the charge was. Do you have contact with William? Yes,
I do, and I've sent him that information. I should have. I sent him that information probably about 3 or 4 or 5 days ago.
All right, here's the thing. Get this. It charges that 18 U.S.C. Section 99, little g, little 1, which is basically saying interference with interference with interstate commerce, to wit, possession of a gun. What they're arguing is that possessing a gun crossing state lines, as they're claiming, that what they're accusing me of, is somehow interfering with interstate commerce. Well, if you read in the Constitution...
Okay, for some reason it just hung up on him, and I don't know why, but maybe he'll call back.